Well, here we are in the drive-thru line, me and her, cars in front of us, cars in back of us, all just waiting to order. There's some idiot in a Volvo with his brights on behind me. I lean out the window and scream, "Hey, what you trying to do, blind me?" My wife says maybe we should park, we can just go eat inside. I said I'm wearing bunny slippers, so I ain't leaving this ride. Then a woman on a speaker box is saying, "Can I take your order, please?" I said, "Yes, indeed, you certainly can. We'd like 2 hamburgers with onions and cheese." Then my wife says, "Baby, hold on, I've changed my mind. I think I'm gonna have a chicken sandwich instead this time." I said, "You always get a cheeseburger." She said, "That's not what I'm hungry for." I put my head in my hands and screamed, "I don't know who you are anymore." And then a woman on the voice on the speaker says, "I don't have all day." Then take our order and we'll be on our way. I want to get a chicken sandwich and I want a cheeseburger too. She's like, "You want onions on that?" I'm like, "Yeah, I already said that I do. Plus we need curly fries and don't you dare forget it. And 2 medium root beers. No, just one, we'll split it." Then I said, "I'm guessing that you're probably not too bright. So read me back my order, let's make sure you got it right." She said, "1, you want a chicken sandwich. 2, you want a cheeseburger. 3, curly fries and a large root beer." Stop, don't go no further. I never ordered a large root beer. I said medium, not large. Then she said, "We're having a special. I supersized you at no charge." Oh. And that's all I could say was, "Oh." Then she said, "Now there's something else that I really think you should know. You can have unlimited refills for just a quarter more." I said, "Great, except we're in the drive-thru, so what would I want that for?" Then she says, "Wait a minute, your voice sounds so familiar. Hey, is this Paul?" And my wife is all like, "No, that ain't Paul." "Now tell me, who's this Paul?" She says, "He's just some guy who goes to school with me. I sat behind him last year and I copied off of him in geometry." I said, "I know a guy named Paul. He used to be my plumber who is prematurely bald and moved to Pittsburgh last summer. He also had bladder problems and a really bad infection on his toe." And she said, "Mister, please, you can stop right there. That's way more than I needed to know." And then we both were quiet and things got real intense. And then she said, "Next windows, please, that will be $5.82. So we inched ahead in line, moving painfully slow. I got a little bored, so I turned on the radio. Click, turn it off because my wife was getting a headache. So we both just sat there quietly for her sake. Then I looked at her and she looked back at me, and I said, "I think you have something in your teeth." She turned away from me and then turned back and said, "Did I get it?" And like, "Yeah, well, I mean, most of it, but hey, oh no, don't sweat it." Then she said, "How about now?" And like, "Yeah, almost. There's still a little bit there, but don't worry. It's probably just a piece of toast. Now we're at the pay window, or whatever you call it." Put my hand in my pocket. I can't believe there's no wallet. And the lady at the window's like, "Well, well, well, that would be $5.82. So I turned around to my wife, said, "How much do you got on you?" She just rolls her eyes and said, "I'll pay for this, I guess." So she reaches into her purse and busts out the American Express. I hand it to the lady, and she says, "Oh dear, gotta be cash only. We don't take credit cards here." I took back the card and said, "Gee, really? Well, that sucks." That's when I found out my wife was only carrying $3. I said, "I thought you were gonna hit the ATM today." She said, "Never got around to it. So where's your wallet anyway?" Then I said, "Never mind, just help me to find some change." Now the lady at the window's looking at me kind of strange. And she says, "Mister, please, we gotta move this line along." I said, "Now hold your stinking horses, lady, we won't be long." And so I looked around in the glove box and checked the net beneath my feet. I found a nickel in an ashtray and a couple pennies in the dime in the space between our seats. And before long I had a little pile of coins of every sort. The lady counts it up and says, "Still about $1 short." And now my woman's got this weird look frozen on her face. She screams, "Wasn't even really hungry in the first place." And then I turned around to the cashier again. I shrugged and said, "Okay, forget the chicken sandwich then." So I pick up my change, pick up my receipt, and I drive to the pickup window. Man, I just can't wait to eat. Now we see this acne-ridden kid about 16 wearing a dorky name tag that says, "Hello, my name is Eugene." He hands me the paper bag. I look him in the eye. I say to him, "Hey, Eugene, could I get some ketchup for my fries?" Well, he looks at me, and I look at him, and he looks at me, and I look at him, and he looks at me, and I look at him. He says, "I'm sorry. What did you want again?" I said, "Ketchup." And he said, "Oh yes, right. I just phased out there a second. I'm really kind of burnt tonight." And then he hands me the ketchup, and now we're finally driving away, and the food is driving me mad with its intoxicating bouquet, starving to death by the time we pull up at the traffic light. I said, "Baby, hand me that burger. I just gotta have a bite." So she reaches in the bag and pulls out the burger, and she hands me the burger, and I pick up the burger, and I unwrap the paper. I bite into those buns, and I just can't believe it. They forgot the onions.